What is up, guys? You're back here with the Narrow Way Podcast. I'm your host, Jackson Ostridge. This is my co-host,
Morgan.
And this is the Narrow Way Podcast. This episode is episode 1, volume 2. Episode 1, initially, it's the same title, Who We Are, because we want to get the same message across. But we weren't prepared. And
We said a few things that would upset some people. So
we got some things wrong, and we want to accept that, and we want to do better. So we're here. We got new microphones. With like the past couple episodes, you'll see that, and we have better camera quality now. But yeah, we want to do better. So we wanted to start new beginning. We want to be as genuine, as authentic as possible. So this will be probably the first and only video that we retake.
Mm-hmm. Just because that first one was...
It was rough.
Mm-hmm.
It was a middle of the night decision that we were going to film it. It was...
we were definitely not prepared.
No, we weren't prepared at all.
Did like very little very little to no research.
We didn't know research.
We were just yapping.
You use ChatGPT, I use my brain.
Yeah.
But we want to get the same message across with this episode. So if you're here for the Christian content, you will get some of that with this, because we're going to be talking about our daily lives in Christianity and what we go through as teens, because that's what this podcast is really about. It's about watching us grow in our faith and helping you grow in your faith. It's about helping us gain the knowledge that we need to grow in our faith, because God will bless us with the knowledge whenever we are ready, and we want to help spread his word. But with that, we've started talking about just weekly praises, so we're going to do that this episode. But yeah, we're going to be taking down the original episode 1, and we're going to be pushing out heavily. We initially didn't want to do that, and we just wanted to let it originate on itself, and recently it's just been
slow.
It's not the slowness, it's just like the feeling that we need to, and like we're supposed to. Because it's up to us and the effort that we put into this to make it grow. God will help us with what we put our effort into, but we need to do a better job of putting effort into it, and we know that. We are both going into our senior year.
Oh man, yeah, school's starting soon.
So
2 days from filming this.
We are going to be filming still weekly. Trying our best to get it out as soon as possible. This last time, it was a fluke, I promise. I went somewhere where I didn't have any cell service. It was church camp, and I couldn't get the videos out, and it took me a while to get them edited because they were both long. They were both 2-part. I had to split them into 2 parts. We initially didn't plan on that, but with the stuff that we have right now, we can't make it one, which I think we're going to start making them into 2 separate episodes, and we might be posting 2 episodes a week. But it's going to be in parts. It's going to be maybe 1 episode or 2 episodes. It's either going to be 1 episode in 2 parts or going to be 2 separate episodes. We haven't decided yet.
And it'll probably be both, depending on
what the subject is.
Mm-hmm.
But still same setup, same guys. We absolutely love doing this. We love having you guys listen. This is something that we always look forward to every week.
Oh, for sure. I actually love some of these.
It's as good for us as it is for you guys. I truly believe that. It keeps us honest and keeps us in our scripture.
It's me I've been like super educated, like getting into it since we started filming these.
And we'll talk more about his side of things later on in this episode.
Yeah.
Because that's a real interesting story. It is
interesting.
To be honest, you are more of why people tune in, most likely.
Yeah.
In this, they want to see you grow in your faith. I know a lot of people from this episode have started praying for you, and they think that you are an awesome person, and they think you're funny, and they want the best for you.
Yeah.
So, but it's just one of the great things that have come from this podcast is just the community and backing that we did get from the 1 episode that we did promote, which was episode 1.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And we know that we need to do that more. And that's why we are
redoing this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we can push them out. We're going to start clips on TikTok, Instagram, whatever you can think of. Probably not X.
Truth Social.
Yeah, Truth Social. We'll be in LinkedIn. If you want to find our business descriptions, I'm in there. Are you in there?
No.
No. But yeah. To start our episodes, we like to initiate a testimony of the week.
This past week, I'll just come out and say, there's not much for me. It was just another week. I was super busy. Nothing big spiritual for me happened.
Did you get any time where you could just like chill and relax?
Oh yeah, yep. Just listen to some more debates. It's like
Do you think God talked to you through any of those debates?
Oh, just getting more perspectives. Getting more apologist. Responses. So perhaps.
Yeah. Mine was from today.
Oh man.
During worship, it was incredible. Just to see how we sang one of my favorite songs that we have. It's called "Rest on Us." It's an amazing song. Pretty sure it's by Phil Wickham. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. That's Great Things. I don't remember what "Rest on Us" is by, but it is an amazing song. I really like it, and you could hear the shift in how people were singing during worship, and that carried over to "Gratitude" by Brandon Lake. And man, did that hit like a wall. I had the pleasure and blessing of helping do worship today, and listening to everybody just sing through that song was incredible. Towards the end of the song, it was me and then my girlfriend and one of our best friends at the church, and we were all up there and we were the ones singing, and we were like, we all together just out of nowhere just put our microphones down and just started singing with the congregation, but like our microphones really weren't on, so it was a cappella, and man, was that powerful. It was incredible. But yeah, worship was, it was always a blessing whenever I get to help with anything like that, especially in the church. Carries over into what I plan on doing after high school. This is a episode about who we are. So after high school, I plan on getting my associates and later on getting my bachelor's in business, and then also double bacheloring it. I want to eventually get 2 masters, but I know that's not realistic for like my first degree. So I want to get a bachelor's in business management and youth ministry. It's a ministry bachelor, but I'll be pursuing that at Indiana Wesleyan University, most likely online, and then Ivy Tech for my business side. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Anytime I get an opportunity to help with anything, it just feels like that's where I need to be. I want to give that feeling to others, that feeling of joy, that feeling of love that I get from God whenever I'm put in those situations. It is incredible, and it is something that I want to share to other kids in the future, possibly adults. I don't know yet. You get one calling at a time. I believe that. He wants you to focus only on what you can handle, and youth ministry is definitely the thing that's on my heart. It's a blessing every time I get to help with it. Yeah. It's what I plan on doing. Really excited about it. I attend a Methodist church. That is my denominational background. We believe in a lot of what the scripture says, and we don't like taking things out of context. And we like to believe in logistics and stuff like that.
What is it?
What?
Logistics? What's that? Just
like believing like what the word says.
Okay.
Like believing it like what it actually means.
Yeah, that was actually part of like one of the questions I was going to ask, like your relationship to the Bible. Because I know some people take it like super literally, and then some people like allow it to be more open to interpretation.
I believe it's a bit of both. I like looking at this. This is where the interpretation part comes from. Is the Greek? It has each word has a bunch of different meanings and can mean different things in different sentences based on the context.
Yeah.
That's where that whole side comes in from. And then you got the is it Hebrew that's New Testament?
Hebrews,
New
Old
Testament.
Testament,
Old Testament.
and then the New Testament was written originally in Greek.
That's right. Yeah. Hebrew, which is Old Testament. It also has a bunch of different meanings.
Oh yeah, I mean that's another thing. Like these translations, you know what I'm saying? Like from language to language, certain words can get a little jumbled.
They all follow. This is my thing with that. They all follow the same core beliefs. Yeah. Some of them just use different phrasings because of the area that you live in, and that's just like newer English is going to have a different phrasing than Old English.
Yep. And that is kind of like, I feel like one of the parts that makes it a little difficult for some people to get the correct message out of the Bible, just because of the language variants and like what certain words now, back then they could mean something different, stuff like that.
And that's why I tell whenever people come to me and they're like, I want to read something, I tell them to go to John and James first. They're both
John, the Gospel.
Yes. Well, no.
Or First
John.
Okay.
I tell them to go to First John, and then I'll tell them to go to John the Gospel. I believe the four Gospels is like
it's like the history of Jesus.
Yeah, it's your third through, what would that be? Third through sixth read. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth after John and James.
Oh, okay.
In my opinion.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's the order in which you think the Bible should be read.
Well, not to Christians, to new Christians,
okay.
Baby Christians, because I like John and James because it gets it gets the message across well and very blatant, because they're not very smart guys. One was a fisherman.
They're like, it's simple.
It is very simple, and that's why John is what I tell people to first initially read. It's because he's a fisherman.
So it's like simple.
Yeah, it was simple. And I believe that it gets a good message across. He's also called the love disciple. He was the one that everybody claims was God's favorite. Not God's favorite, Jesus's favorite. But I've personally had a lot of connection with John just through like relationships in my life. It's scripture coming back to me. I did a deep dive on John earlier this year. It was very nice. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it should be the first thing that new Christians, cause let me tell you this. Before I got baptized, the Bible didn't make any sense to me. I'm going to be completely honest. I've been going to church my entire life, and I got baptized around this time last year. I think it was August. Oh, it was August something. I can't remember what it was.
Almost like a year ago, though.
Almost a year ago. And up to that point, the Bible made no sense to me. I would read things and I'm like, what? I kind of get the message, but I don't really get the message. And it started to click. Once I actually started to deep dive, I started to get that fire inside of me to read it.
Yeah.
And that's whenever it started making more sense. It was like, oh, okay, this is what it means. I've read this verse a million times, but like I'm actually understanding what it means now. I used to be a very simple guy before I actually took a deep dive into my faith. I had Philippians 4:13 in my bio. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
What a great verse.
I know. It's an amazing verse. I love it.
It's so overused.
It is overused. And
that one's definitely used wrongly. Like you can pull it out of context and say, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. But yeah, I used to have that. Now it's Romans 5:23 through 24 or 26. It's one of the two. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that because I don't remember. And that is my fault. I'll be completely honest.
Anyway, I'm guessing it's less of a mainstream verse.
Yes, it talks about how trials and tribulations can shape you. And that is something that's been huge in my life. Yeah. Trials and tribulations. I have dealt with a lot of loss and grief and a lot of trials that I was not prepared for. And through that, I have grown in my faith, and is why I'm here today and why I am the way I am today, why I'm in the place where I am with my faith today. I can only give that glory to God, and none of it was me. It was because he met me there in those dark times that I am here today. Uh, yeah, that's why that actually came from 5Q, which is something that I want you to do.
5Q.
I think it would be great for you. Um, it's a discipleship plan. Helps you study the Bible, helps you learn prayer. Helped me so much with prayer. I always felt like I didn't know how to pray, and now I feel like every time I pray, I feel him. He's here. He's talking to me. Um, I'm talking right to him. But it has helped me a lot in my faith as well. Caleb, who's uh my youth director, he has done a great job with that. Now it is led by a different person who's over the whole thing, and I'm so excited for him because I think he's going to absolutely thrive in this position, and I hope he's listening because I want him to know that, and I've already told him that. But there's nobody I would rather have in that position because I felt like God has just told me that he is going to do great things in that position. Um,
Can I ask what that looks like? Like,
5Q?
no. Like when you, like you just said, God told you, like, how do you get that feeling? Like, is it a feeling or like what's that like?
So, whenever I get that kind of stuff, it is, yes, a feeling. So, I initially got it whenever I was at church. This was 2 weeks before we had the actual conversation. I saw this guy, and we're gonna call him P.
Okay.
I saw P, and I was like, "Oh, I feel like I need to go talk to him. I feel like there's something I need to talk to him about."
So you just got that feeling that you needed to talk to him?
And then I was like, "I'm not going to. I don't want to disturb him. He's talking to his wife right now. They're probably about to leave. They got 2 young children. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to bother him."
Yeah.
So I leave. 2 weeks later, he calls me and he's like, "Dude, I just feel like I need to call you. I feel like I need your input on this." And I was like, "Okay." Now I already knew in my head it was gonna be something about 5Q because I got told that he was up for the running about it, but I didn't know if he got the actual position or not. And I got this fire inside of me, and it's always been that I've always gotten a fire, and that is something that I've always been so grateful for because it's the thing that makes me who I am.
Yeah.
It's what brings that charismatic to me. It's the thing that makes me want to dance on stage whenever I'm doing worship. And immediately whenever he told me that, I got that in me, and I was like, okay, I'm really excited about this. What is it? What do you need? What do you need my opinion on? And he was like, dude, I have this opportunity, and I want to know. I just want your discernment on it. I feel like I need to come to you about it. And I was like, if this is about 5Q, I am so excited. I'm so pumped for you to get this because I know you will do great things. I know that you want to stay in youth and you want to keep helping there. And I love it for you because I know that you would do great there. But you will do even better things there. And I know it. I know it for a fact. And it was because God put those thoughts in my head. I wouldn't have
Okay.
known. It was God. I won't take any credit for that. That is God's discernment that he's given me to give to him.
Yeah, that answers the question.
Yeah. But yeah, that was awesome. I can't wait to see what he does with it. I'm excited for this semester of 5Q. I want to see if I can get you in a group with me and a couple other guys. Because I'm the only senior this year.
Is it like it is a youth thing?
Yeah. Well, okay. We have 5Q groups for all ages.
Okay.
We have some that are for the youth too. We started it as a men's 5Q group that was only in the youth, and then it spread like wildfire. But you sit down, you go through scripture, you pick a book that you want to go through for like that semester, and you just deep dive into it, like deep dive into it. Use an app that I highly recommend. It's called Blue Letter Bible. It helps you see how many times this word's been used in the Bible, what the context behind that word is every time it's used by that author, what it means in the original translation.
That's a big
everything. One. Yeah. No, it's an awesome app, and I love it. It's called Blue Letter Bible, BLB. It's like a blue app with a Bible on it, and I'm pretty sure it says BLB on the bottom. But it's an awesome app that I absolutely love. That we got that. I got that Romans verse from 5Q. I think it wasn't me who initially pointed it out. I mean, it stuck out to me, but I didn't say anything about it in the group because I didn't want to. And then one of my buddies, who's also in that group, because you're supposed to say the verses that point out to you. He was like, this verse really pointed out to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm right there with you. That verse stuck out to me like a sore thumb. And then since then, it's been my Bible verse in my bio because I think it would be good for people to go and read.
Yeah,
because it tells you
it's just
even
like a reminder.
Yeah, it's through those dark times, God is still with you, and He will do great things with those dark times. He can turn the dark into good, as I've seen in 2 different accounts so far. 3. No,
Multiple,
2.
right? I'm
Multiple.
guessing, and I'm assuming you'll continue to see more of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are things that I don't know. You can definitely find the clips out there of me talking about these. One was losing my best friend. The other one was the healing of my grandma twice. I haven't publicly came out and talked about this, but she was doing really bad for a while there, and she got put on at-home hospice about a month ago. She wasn't doing good. Took her off a lot of her drugs, painkillers, stuff like that. And this last week, man, it has been incredible. She's turned around like that. Like, she's doing a lot better. Like, before not this last, but the week before's Wednesday, I want to say Wednesday or Thursday, like, the way she was speaking, you could tell that wasn't her voice. She wasn't strong enough to, like, actually speak, if you know what I mean.
I get, like, it wasn't her. It's more just like words, kind of.
Yeah. It was like this kind of talking. It wasn't her talking.
I get it, yeah. I get
Today, she was feeding herself, talking up a storm with everybody, recalling things in the past. And, like, we had dinner with her before this, and it was an amazing experience, and I loved it because I love them so much. They're my great-grandparents, but I call them grandma and grandpa. They are awesome, and I love them so much, and I hope they're listening to this. I love you guys so much, and I'm so thankful for the way that you guys have touched my life. I have the coins right here that I plan on passing out to my school. They have little Bible verses on them. Yeah. People I feel like need them. I plan on passing these out to. I'm really excited about it because last year I did baby Jesus.
Can I ask how you're going to determine who needs those? Like,
so with the baby Jesuses, I also did this with WWJD bracelets.
what would you?
I would ask them. It would be just people that, like, Christ came up into conversation with.
Oh, okay.
But they're not Christian. It's like the people that they're on the fringes of being a skeptic. And, like,
Yo, give me this coin, bro.
They're being a skeptic and, like, just, like, not knowing anything about it. Like, you're just a skeptic.
Yeah.
But
these people are like, they just don't
know.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hey, because some of them also have gone through
church hurt.
Yeah, for, like, the first time they went to church, and I'm like,
that's unfortunate,
dude. I love you, and I know that there are some bad apples in a church, as there will always be. There's always bad people in every group.
setting.
Yeah. There's no doubt about that. There's just no way to keep out those people, I guess is the best way to put it, in every setting. But God has done great things with those. I see people, oh my goodness. One of the things I absolutely love about one of our, I think it was a sophomore class that we took, screen printing.
Oh, the shirts?
The shirts. I see them on random kids all the time.
That's awesome.
And I love it. I'll be like, hey, do you know who made that shirt?
Man.
And they look down and they're like, I made the design
Those
myself.
Shirts had so much potential.
I know.
Matthew.
Don't even get me started on that. I made them myself.
Tell them the story.
So I'll tell them after I tell them this part. I fully made the design by myself. It was a cross, but it was made out of nails with a thorn crown on it. Like, it was supposed to represent Jesus and how he died for us. And then the first design was God is greater than, what was it? God was greater than,
I have no idea. I just know the Fishers of Men one.
First one was something that was like cliche. We were just trying to get a design out there. We weren't taking it very serious.
Yeah, we're just trying to
Yeah.
get the due date done.
Yeah. Second one I took a lot more time on and I was a lot more passionate about. It's the one he's talking about.
It was such a good shirt.
It looked amazing.
And it was like awesome.
It looked so good. And I misspelled something.
Instead of Mattthew, there's just one T.
Yep. So it's Matthew.
Oh, gosh.
It wasn't Matthew. It was Matthew.
Anyway.
Yeah. It was an amazing shirt. And if I find it, I'll put it in the description if you guys want me to reprint them.
That'd be awesome. Yo, merch.
If we do merch, and they'll come out as Matthew, I promise. But it was Fishers and Men. It's Fishers and Men design. I did a largemouth bass in the middle. It was the biggest fish. Then you had 2 smallmouths. It was a hook design at the top, and then lines under both of the fish. And then it was Matthew. What was that?
Something. Whatever verse said.
Was it 3,
7,
2
something.
through 6?
I thought it was 7 something.
It was something like that.
Want me to look it up?
Yeah.
And you could continue.
But it was awesome. I love it because I keep seeing kids just like at our school or like in middle school still wearing the shirt. And I'm like, hey, do you know who made that? And they're like, no. I was like, who did you get it from?
All right, so it was
like,
419.
419. I was like, who did you get it from? And they're like, one of my buddies. I was like, I designed that. And they're like, you're lying. And I'm like, no, you could ask the person you got it from. I made it. And then I'll like pull up the design on my phone and I'll be like, yeah, this was me. And they're like, oh, that's awesome, man. I wear this all the time.
It is an awesome shirt.
It is. I used to wear mine all the time before I got them all greasy and stuff. I made them cutoffs because I got the size too small. So
yeah.
they were like mediums and I wear a large. So I cut off the sleeves and I just wear them as cutoffs whenever I'm working and stuff. But they were awesome shirts. I feel like we could reprint them if we
definitely should.
That'd be really cool. But yeah, that's something that I really loved. Like I said, I've been in the church my entire life. I help around in the youth. I do things over in Big Church. I help them out with stuff. Our church just finished up an event that we call Ep.1. If I tell you, will you come to our happening? It's something that was started in the 70s and it still carries on. If you're wondering what the shirt is above me, I'm on it. This was last year's Ep.1 shirt. We did a, what was that? American Gladiator, that's what it was. I was with a group of, it was me, a junior, and a bunch of senior guys playing American Gladiator against a bunch of girls and middle schoolers. And we destroyed all of them. As you would have imagined. Nothing to say. Women are weaker than men.
Nope.
It was just
Wives, submit to your husband.
Gosh. Yep, that's getting clipped. Because they are strong. And
women empowerment.
Yeah, we empower women.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyway,
that's the take we're taking.
Keeping this in.
We are, because we don't cut really anything. If you guys are wondering, all of our things are first take, and we don't really cut anything.
One take.
Yeah, we do everything in one take, except for like we'll take breaks sometimes.
But we don't edit stuff out.
Yeah, we don't edit. We just like take a break because like our voices get tired and we don't want to keep talking.
And we want to go play ping pong.
Yeah, like he got his butt kicked twice. No, 3 times.
It just happens.
I'm 6-0 against him in ping pong.
It's bad.
He just got, everybody give a round of applause for Morgan because he just got his braces off.
Oh,
forgot to mention that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's your testimony. You got your braces off.
Yo.
Now you just got to wear retainers.
For 3 months.
Yep.
All day.
Don't let those, I have seen some disgusting videos of retainers. Like
yeah,
they'll get like,
often.
That is nasty. Yeah. Don't get them like that, please. You have people like saying you have poopy breath or something like that.
Yeah.
Gum.
That'd
be nasty.
That's what sucks. Gum is super hard because you always got to have these in.
Yep. How do you do gum? Do you just not?
You can't. Or you take them out and get your orthodontist mad.
You literally have to wear those 24/7?
Uh-huh. For the first 3 months. And then it just goes to at night.
That ain't too bad.
Yeah.
Can you wash them out?
Yeah.
That was pretty lit.
I dropped them on the floor, so I had to soak them in alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did it taste good?
Nope.
Bet it didn't. But yeah.
Shall we go to where I'm at.
So, Morgan,
Skeptic.
yeah, we have this. Is you're gonna see this if you've already watched the first 2 episodes, which is 2 and 3.
Very
Morgan is a skeptic.
Unfortunately.
You want to tell him like your entire story?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
how
I
it
did.
started.
Similar to him, I grew up in the church, in a Baptist church, my whole life. You know, did the stuff, went to youth, went to church camp. It was all good. It was all good. Last summer, I even rededicated myself. My faith was as strong as ever. I was locked in. And then this past summer, okay, when I just said last one, I meant summer 2025.
Yeah.
Summer 2026.
We're still in summer of 2026.
Yep.
Thankfully. Don't want to be back at school.
It's close. Anyway,
Continue.
I became a skeptic after this church camp because the speaker, he said this thing, the truth is not afraid of questions. And my whole life I'd kind of just put off questioning stuff that was hard because I was like, nah, surely there's an answer. But then as I actually dove deep into it, some of these answers are not necessarily as convincing or as satisfying as I thought they'd be. Which leads me to where I am now, which is a skeptic.
So, okay. What do you mean by completing or satisfying?
Like, the
Can you get okay? Whenever I ask this, I want a example of a question and what answer you mean.
all right, so to the answer of problem of evil,
it's like suffering.
I
Okay.
hear free will a lot, and that's sufficient for like human suffering. But then we get into animal suffering, and here's another thing I gotta throw out there. I do believe in evolution, so
Well, that's in episode 2.
but like the best answer I've heard for why God allowed predation before man, right? Because that's what the fossil evidence shows, right? There's predation before man, which that is without, that's outside of the fallen world argument for why bad things happen. The best answer I've heard for why predation, happened before men was, well, God's got to have some reason we don't know. And to me, I don't know. I don't necessarily find that super convincing right now. And within Christianity, that answer makes perfect sense, right? Because Christians don't
We don't know
everything,
like,
right? Because if you knew it,
nearly
you'd be
anything.
God,
Yeah.
right? But if you're trying to convince an atheist, which is honestly why I started becoming a skeptic, because I wanted to convince other atheists that this was the way. But like that, I need answers that can,
persuade.
yes, those who don't already believe it. And unfortunately, that dragged me into being where I would consider myself an unconvinced agnostic, honestly. I feel where I'm at right now, but I'm not shut off. Like, I come here every week trying to get answers.
Which I feel like you do.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I think there's one that you're mainly stuck on.
evil?
Yeah.
And hiddenness. But yeah,
The hiddenness thing we already dealt with.
so an example of an answer I find unsatisfactory is, well, we don't know God's ways. And for those reasons, because that works for someone who believes in it already, but for someone who doesn't believe in it, they're like, it wasn't that convenient. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the story of why I am where I am.
So, well, except for like, you'd think the only thing that you would need to call yourself a Christian again would be
Sufficient answers. Yeah,
to that question.
I'd say. But there's other questions too that I don't know. Shall I just go into it? Like,
Sure.
contradictions in the Bible, there are some. What's up with that? Because if I'm led to believe that the Bible's the inspired word of God, why would there be contradictions? If God was in charge of,
By contradictions, do you mean the recountance of Judas's death?
that's one of them.
Okay. That one, I think, is more of a like we if you want my answer, go back to what was that, episode 2? That's my answer on that.
Well, like, I'm not sure, either Luke or Matthew, one of them talks about a flight to Egypt after Jesus was born, and one of them says they go straight back to Nazareth. Those are different. So, like, what's up with that?
Maybe it was 2 different. Was it 2 different parties?
No, it was describing the family of Jesus.
Oh.
So, I mean, some of that stuff is, like, interesting. But
I don't know. I'd have to look into it.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of these things we're going to bring up in later episodes.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed that on before the podcast. There's a lot of things that we talked about in the first episode that we just weren't. We didn't know the answers to, and that was our fault. We didn't come prepared.
We were just yapping, honestly.
So we do want to take this as a thing to introduce topics that we are going to talk about in the future.
Yeah, but we're not going to try to go into them.
Yeah,
we're not going to try to give you guys the answers.
We're just giving you guys like little sneak peeks of what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Because we don't know right now. We haven't done any preparation.
Yeah, this is definitely more of like a personal episode.
Yeah, this episode's probably going to be one of our shorter ones. We're pushing, as of right now, 36 minutes.
Man.
My guess, it'll maybe be an hour.
Yeah, that seems right.
Because maybe, like I said, it'll probably be more like 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Actually, going on the topic of the Bible, your relationship, are you a biblical literalist? That means like what the Bible says. I mean, we touched on it earlier.
Yeah.
Like, do you believe that the Red Sea like was parted?
That's something that I believe that God can do.
He can't. But like, did he?
He very well could have.
And like
I know I believe he did. I know people who say it's more of a metaphor.
Uh-huh.
And something else could have happened.
Yeah.
Because it's like based on like some stuff that are in there. I believe I'm going to take it at face value because I believe that he can.
Yeah, I mean, if you do believe in this supernatural God, that's like a no-brainer. Obviously, he can do this. But then, you know, the skeptics, but they're like, what? That's stupid. That obviously didn't happen. Like, I don't know.
The way that I've seen God work in my life, I have no reason for
to
the shadow of doubt to have.
Well, also, like the Genesis, that one has a lot of stuff that contradicts modern science. So, what's your answer to that stuff?
Like the flood?
Well, I mean, even the creation account, it says that the earth is older than the sun, which is not scientifically backed. So,
my thing with that is they've tested things that they know aren't that old, and it comes back way older than what it is. And there have been a lot of studies to prove, like, their ways of testing how old things aren't that accurate.
Okay, sure.
So
that's a way to.
Do I believe in a lot of science things? Yes. Am I a nerd? Yes. This is something I also believe in. I am a big finance guy and I love numbers. The numbers aren't there
for
helping the science part. Oh, they have a lot of tests that they're controlled tests.
Yeah.
That they know this thing is not that old, or they'll newly make something and it'll say that it's a lot older than what it is.
So, okay. Maybe science isn't.
I don't think it's.
That could be. I mean, that's a response that makes sense.
Yeah.
To, allow for Genesis to be true. Just saying science is maybe not as accurate, which that's a take. But all right. So you are a literalist. Like, if it says it.
I have no reason to doubt it.
Okay. Well, because like you said earlier with the Exodus thing, like the Red Sea parting, some people do take it as a metaphor. Yeah. But that's not you.
I believe, yes, like I said earlier, yes and no. I believe some things are metaphors that aren't really literal.
But then, like, how would you determine what is
I look at the context.
Okay, fair enough.
I look at the context and I look at the words in the original. Like I said, I use Blue Letter Bible a lot.
The original languages.
Yes, and I look at the original languages, what they mean, like the actual context behind it. Just to like proofread the English translation, stuff like that. And I'll be like, Paul here is using a metaphor. It's not actually this happening. It's a metaphor. And I'm just like, okay. So this is a metaphor. There's no context or anything to say this is a metaphor. Could it be?
Maybe.
Sure. Do I believe it is? No. I believe it was a true happening thing. So whenever you ask me if I'm a literalist, yes and no.
Okay.
I believe some things are literal.
So I would
not everything.
Okay. So then I would classify you as not one because they literalists are like
literally take everything literal.
Mm-hmm. Like this.
I don't take
Earth
everything
was created
literal.
6,006 days, and the Earth is 6,000 years old. That's like literalists' beliefs.
I think, like,
and I feel like tree rings can disprove this.
What is true? Oh, yeah.
Disprove the 6,000 year thing.
But what 6,000 year thing?
The Earth is 6,000 years old.
Oh,
tree rings disprove that, and that's something that's a little less complicated for people to, understand. I suppose.
Isn't it like each ring is a year?
Is some amount of years or something like that. Yep.
So there's trees that have lived over 6,000 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's some old trees, man.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I would just like to get your take on the Bible, because I know a lot of people have many different ways they read it.
I believe it is the living truth. You can find any answer that you want in there. There's something in the Bible that is going to hit the answer that you want. It is how hard you're going to look, and if God is going to give you the knowledge to see it then. That is up to him and you in your relationship with him to find those. There have been times where I'm sitting there. I will be working on a sermon because I've been blessed to do some. And as I'm sitting there writing, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm writing about yet. Or like what I need to put in this. Because the way I do it is I write it like I'm writing a paper. I'll write the outline.
Yeah.
I'll do an intro, outro, body.
Mm-hmm.
I do an intro, outro, and then I write my body. And there was one time where I was writing my body, and it was for a funeral that I was doing a eulogy on. It didn't hit me until like the day of what I needed to write it about. I was like, oh my goodness. By the day of, I mean like the 24 hours of it.
Yeah.
I was sitting there, it was like at night. It's probably 11 o'clock.
Man.
And I was just sitting there and I was like, oh my goodness, what is this that I need to write about? And it hit me like a brick wall. And it was like a veil opening in my mind. And I was like, this is it.
Flow state kind of?
Yeah, this is it. This is it. I started writing. I wrote 3 pages of a body paragraph.
Oh my.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is going to work. This is what I need to do. I ended up doing the eulogy. I believe it went over well.
Was the one I attended?
No.
Okay.
That was a different one. That was a dream. That was our best friend who passed away. That was earlier last year, over a year ago, year and a half about now.
It's crazy.
It's wild. He was 14 or 15? 15, because he was about to turn 16 and get his license. I'm 18. He's 17.
But yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, he passed away due to Ewing sarcoma, a cancer that you have a very low survival chance, and he got it. They found it late in his leg. He did chemo for about a year. He got it end of his freshman year, passed away end of his sophomore year. It left his leg. They got it fully removed. And they didn't catch it before it got really bad and it spread into his lungs and his brain. He
And then at
was.
that point, it's almost impossible.
It was they got it out of his lungs, but the place it was in his brain, they couldn't remove it. And he was put at home hospice while I was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. My mom got on Facebook. We were really close friends, and it was a private thing from his mom telling us that he got put on at home hospice, letting us know it was good to go visit him. While we were there in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, later that week, he passed away. It was a really no, it was not later that week. It was later that week, but it was after we left Gatlinburg because I was back in town here. I was here at the youth building. Grandma called me up. She called my full name. She said, "Jackson Ryan Ostrage, come up here." I was like, "Okay, I don't know what I just did, but I'm in trouble." So I walk my little butt up to the second floor. My grandma's standing there on the phone. She's crying. I'm like, "Oh my goodness, what happened?" And she hands me the phone. It's my mom, and she tells me that he passed away. I was like, "Okay, I understand." She's like, "You can come home if you want to." I totally understand. I was like, "Nope, no shot. I am staying here. This is my home. This is my family. This is where I need to be. This is my youth group. And I love these people more than anything in the world because this church means a lot to me. And this is a family to me. And I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for this family that I have at this church." I got the opportunity to go on stage that night and talk about Kingston, talk about our friend. Um, that was really hard. I could not stop crying. Sat back down, went through everything, went through small groups. I'm usually the last. I'm the first one to get here, last one to leave, and I was the first one to leave that night. I drove around for a while. I stopped at our elementary school.
Yeah.
I took a video there just to tell everybody that was on social medias my story. Sent a video to everybody. Then, after that, I kind of just sat there looking at the playground, looked at where we grew up and played together and grew as friends. And then I was on my way home, and the Holy Spirit hit me like, I go see if their light's on at least. Go see his family. Go see how they're doing. And I'm like, that's their house anyway, so I might as well just go see if their light's on. So I go down to their addition as I'm passing that addition, and I go down there. Okay, I see their lights on. Might be awake. Park it on the cul-de-sac. Walk up to their door and I knock on it. And I gave my condolences to his family. They were awake. I love that family so much. And it was heartbreaking to see them in the state that they were in. I got to talk to his dad for a while. Yeah. That night was really hard. That whole experience was really, really hard. It changed me as a person for the better, and it hurt me really bad for a while. But I grew from it. I learned from it. I seriously would not be in the spot that I am in today without that experience and without God moving in me through that experience, letting me know to go and console his family. I wouldn't have done that without the strength and the braveness and the just everything that he gave me that day. I wouldn't have been able to do it. It wasn't me. Whenever I share that testimony, some people come to me and they're like, "You share that all the time and it seems like you're kind of prideful about it." I'm not. I really am not. And it gets me going whenever they say that because I
It's
don't.
like disrespectful.
Yeah. I take no pride in that. That was all God moving in that. And I'm like, that was a really hard time. And I wouldn't have done any of that stuff without God, and I am well aware of that. But I later got the opportunity from his family. This whole thing was God moving, and he didn't have a home church. His family didn't have a home church. So during the funeral, there's a pool of pastors for people who don't have a home church. My pastor happens to be one. They reach out to my pastor and they're like, hey, we want you to do this funeral house reaches out and we got this family who doesn't have a home church. We want you to do their funeral. He's like, okay, I'll take the opportunity. I'll do it. He's like, I don't know this kid at all. He goes and talks to the family and they're like, hey, this is all we know. My pastor already knows that I'm a really good friend with him. He brings me up in the conversation. They're like, we would love to have him speak. I am freshly 16 at the time. I am not mature. I'm an idiot. There was no reason for me to do it. But I went up there the day of his funeral after having an incredible dream and gave a eulogy that I hope that family keeps, because I gave them the paper that my notes afterwards forever, because it is a story that I will remember with him forever. He was one of my best friends, and I will seriously remember him forever.
He was saved.
He was. He was. I think about him all the time. But yeah,
that's depressing.
It is. But stuff like that happens.
I feel terrible for his family, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a defining moment in my life. After that, I did another eulogy.
The one you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. My grandma's. It was one of my best friends as well. Also done a few sermons. These are all things that built me as a person. It's who we are. This is who I am. It's things I've done. I don't take any pride in them. I want you to understand what my background is and who I am as a person. Understand where I'm coming from whenever I say the things I say, and by the research I do and the effort that I put into this podcast. I love this podcast. Same amount that I love my family, and I love my family here at this church. I will put my heart into this, and this is a project we are both very passionate about, and we are very excited to keep moving on with. This is why we wanted to redo it.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to hit the same everything.
That was definitely personal.
Yeah.
With less
drama behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, Morgan, is there any other spicy things that you want to tell them about yourself? You don't believe Jesus is God?
I mean, currently that would be the opinion I follow.
Why is that exactly?
Well, if you don't believe in the supernatural aspect of it, or that the Bible's true, then what?
What leads you to believe, except for like the contradictions?
We don't know his way. The insufficient answers. The contradictions. Like, I point to other religions, and they have like these shared experiences. Like, they feel that like conviction with their gods the same way Christians do. So I just feel like that's kind of
the devil does that.
Interesting.
Which we talked about that. That's another thing.
We're gonna talk about the devil in depth.
We do.
And
what all
Jesus being God, because I've heard some people dispute that even within the Bible, that he never even claimed to be God. But that's definitely for another time.
Yeah. But
yeah, I do remember you wanted me to get that in there.
Yeah. Is there anything else you said in that episode that we wanted to get in?
Skeptic, not convinced this Jesus figure was the Son of God.
Oh, there will never be a better.
Those are two pretty spicy things.
There'll never be a better look on somebody's face when the first time I asked you that question, you looked at me with fear.
Yeah, now I'm just like, well,
Might as well get
this
it out
is
of the way.
where I'm at now,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I'm glad that you are comfortable with sharing that.
Well, because
it will.
I wasn't ready at that point. I was like,
Yeah.
but now I've kind of shared with even my church people that I'm
This is
skeptical.
where I'm at. Which, this might be something I ask you.
It's fair to be open. It's good to be open about it.
Are you open to going to different churches?
Trying out different ones, seeing what they're like, seeing if they're different.
Seeing if you like them better, if you get a better...
The only thing that would get me is I feel like a different denomination. Or like maybe trying a Catholic one, seeing what they're like. Because Protestant, each denomination within them, they're all based, in my opinion, they're basically the same outside of like worship.
Non-salvational issues.
Yeah. Yeah. That stuff's like, to me, negligible. Like, not important. But yeah, I mean, I'm open to any argument or any interpretation. Anything.
What makes you... I don't mean to cut you off. You can keep...
No,
going.
you're good. You're good.
Okay. What makes you so interested about Catholicism?
Catholicism? I feel like it's noticeably different than Protestantism, which is what I've grown up with, and that right now isn't cutting it for me.
There's been a lot of things this past, not last week, but the week before, learned about Catholicism.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. They're the thing that I like about them is they don't take the scripture literally.
They take it metaphorically.
Certain things. They understand certain
Like
things. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's good. But
Like, okay.
they also rely on like church tradition, which I feel is what weakens them, because I feel like that can be easily manipulated.
They believe in a lot of old church tradition. They also have some new traditions.
I will say this: I do like the idea of purgatory, just because it's like a escape hatch.
Oh gosh, that's another thing I don't agree with. But there is a lot of things with Catholicism that I have a problem with.
Shall we get into it, or are we not going to be abrasive?
We won't be abrasive right now. We'll do an episode on Catholicism.
Yeah,
because
when we actually research it.
It's not Protestant, because like
it's also Orthodox. Yeah. This is a funny story.
Okay.
I was debating some dude on VR.
You were debating a dude on VR? Which side were you?
I was the skeptical side.
Okay.
This Orthodox guy, he used a bunch of big words.
Oh, no.
So, that means he
were
must
they
be
big
right.
words that meant nothing?
They were like, I was talking to the guy, I was like, oh, can you dumb that down for me? Because just because you use big words doesn't mean you're right. It probably just means your argument's weak and you're just trying to confuse your opponent.
Was he mad?
No, this dude was just like...
Was he calm?
No, he's just talking like me right now. However you describe me. Calm. Yeah. He said everyone's going to heaven, bro. Everyone. Animals.
Every single person.
Mm-hmm. And it was funny. In VR. There was a Protestant here, a Catholic here, and an Orthodox guy here. I was like, don't you guys think it's weird how you guys have the same text and you guys all have these different conclusions? And then the Catholic guy was like, well, I mean, yeah, but we agree on like these big three things. And then one of those three things was hell is eternal. And then this Orthodox guy was like, actually, I don't agree with that. And I'm like, come on, guys, you're proving the point here that, you guys don't even agree on the main issues. But yeah, that's the story of the Orthodox guy saying everyone's going to heaven.
Yeah, that's the thing that like just doesn't make sense to me at all.
What? Everyone's going to heaven?
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Hey, he used big words. That means he's right.
That's things like that where I really don't understand
how you can come to that conclusion.
Yeah,
from the text. Well, that guy was relying more on like church tradition.
See, that's where you get messed up. Like it really just doesn't make sense in my head with how I've been raised, I guess, in the denomination I'm in,
which is
beliefs.
Heavily biblically based.
We believe in a lot. We believe what we're told to believe
primarily
in, the truth
in the Bible,
the living word,
yeah,
the Bible. Like we are told by John Wesley, the creator of our denomination, that the Bible is the answer, the truth, the living word. That's what you're supposed to go back to. That and prayer.
Yeah.
We don't have anything against
Yo,
worship.
Joseph Smith. Wait, what?
Don't even test me with that right now.
Oh gosh.
You worship. You can worship however you want. You can
As long
either
as your heart's.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can. The non-salvational issues are not a problem in the part that I'm in. You got the split that happened in 2021. Not going to refer.
Is this a local thing?
No, this was a worldwide thing. So there's Global Methodism.
Okay.
There's United Methodism USA. And there's Free Methodist
That's
USA.
what this is.
We're Free Methodist USA, which, in my opinion, holds the core beliefs of the original Methodism. The other two,
Where do they disagree with you?
they believe homosexuality is okay.
So like, I'm not gonna sit here and say sin is okay, but like the way people deal with homosexuality is
the main
wrong.
thing with them is this is the I shouldn't have phrased it like that. They believe active homosexuals can be pastors.
I would probably not agree with that.
Yeah. No, that's
Like
the whole. That was the whole.
Almost practicing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we follow more of a.
So it is interesting because everyone sins all the time.
That's true. But pastors are called to
a higher standard.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That makes perfect sense.
And we are also called as people to try to not be active in our sin. We are called to.
And if they're actively just giving
into it,
willfully
every day,
yeah,
giving into it, we're called to try our best to stay out of it. We're gonna slip up. Yeah, that's inevitable.
It is weird though.
What?
Like homosexuality, how big of a deal it's made when there's Cliff Connectly.
Mm-hmm.
You know him. He's an internet guy. I'm pretty sure he said like there's like 900 verses about, maybe these numbers are completely wrong. Maybe it's like 90 verses about heterosexual sin, but then there's only 7 about homosexual sin. So it's like Christians, a lot of the ones I know, focus heavily on those 7 verses instead of the 90 verses of, heterosexual sin.
I think there are 90. Well, okay. You got to look at the time that we're in and why it's overblown.
Yeah.
If you look at the headlines and you look at everything that's going on, you understand why it's overblown.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be. Let's not get too into this.
Yeah,
but yes,
we're not going to get into
what you're saying.
Yeah. If you look at everything, that's why it's overblown. Is because we're trying to contradict the words that are coming in.
Yeah.
And try to put our own out, saying this just isn't right. Mm-hmm. You got the 90 that we still believe in and we still talk about. It's not on a worldwide perspective as much anymore because the other one's a bigger issue right now.
Currently, yeah.
Yeah. We used to push it out a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think those 90 could be split up into like 10 different sins, and they each have 9 verses. Like that's another thing. Like that. There's a lot of churches like that. I don't remember I don't remember what denomination this is, but they have pretty sure it was a non-denom. And they had a homosexual pastor. And they said, because it's only 7 verses, why should we believe it? And I'm like, okay, there's only 6 other verses talking about this. You're still preaching about it.
Yeah. That's a pretty weak argument.
You can't say that. That doesn't make any sense. It's like, yeah, you can. It's like a lot of people just trying to morph it to match their
for sure
daily lives.
People try to make God what they want all the time.
They rewrite the Bible instead of read it.
Yeah, like they've got their conclusion, what they want to be true, and then they find verses to support that.
Yep. Oh, we're at an hour.
I feel like we're kind of flowing.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before we got into the Methodist thing?
I don't remember.
Shall we break? And maybe this is the end.
I don't think we should leave it off of a maybe.
Break and then come back. I feel like that's what I vote.
So we're going to go with the part 2?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Why not?
Okay. Well, then we're
I
going to
feel
do
like
this.
we're having a decent combo.
This is just like at the end of the video. Part 1. I don't know why we keep doing this.
Get carried away.
But we do.
I mean,
Good combo,
this
though.
was a good combo, which is why I don't want to necessarily end it.
Part 1. We're going to take a
Ping pong break.
ping pong. Well, it's not a break because this is the end of this episode.
Take a recess.
We're gonna end it here. This is part 1. This is gonna be
Part 2 is going to be much shorter, I'm assuming.
yeah. No, part 2. I don't even know if we will make a part 2.
Yeah.
What if we just call it here?
It ended abruptly. That's fine. We got the important stuff out about where I stand, where you stand.
Is there anything else you want to touch on?
Not
I mean,
that
like,
we wouldn't go like in depth on.
is there any questions you have about my stances on denominations or anything?
Oh, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, denominations.
I believe a lot of.
Tired.
I believe what?
I'm tired.
I believe a lot of things are non-salvational issues, and I think they're stupid.
Not important.
Yeah, I don't know why some denominations split off. It's just like petty almost.
Yeah.
You don't want to worship the same way as us, so we're gonna go over here and do our own thing.
Which is fair.
Why can't we all just like
I feel like that's fair though, because if someone's gonna get mad about it.
thing? We're called to not judge each other. Why are we getting so mad and so judgy that
Over
we're gonna
these-
split off?
Yeah.
We don't want to judge you guys, but we're gonna continue judging people in our own church where we split off even more. What is this all about?
Hypocrisy. That's
Yeah.
a big issue with Christians. Have you heard hypocristians? That's such a thing that it's such a widespread issue that there's a name for it.
So I believe the reason I asked you this is because I want you to give my youth group a chance.
I'll go one time. No, I'm kidding. Well, I'll see what's up.
Because I truly believe that I love your youth group, but right now I think you could thrive better somewhere else in more of a environment where they're teaching you strictly the Bible.
I feel like we are at the other place.
I mean, like, the person that we have, he has his doctorate. He, like, goes in depth with his lessons. Like, you get the meat, the potatoes, the mac and cheese, the corn. You get the whole meal. And you don't leave a crumb. But
What a great analogy.
I know, I'm sorry, but, like, it's true.
That'd be nice.
Like, he's literally
But-
a professor.
I'm not. What do you think that would accomplish for me?
I think you could get some answers.
Oh yeah. So I feel like that's what told me back. I'm not against worshiping God.
Hey, we'll
like the
talk
moral-
about this more.
Because a lot of the lessons are great to apply
Yeah.
to your life, and they make your life better.
That's the thing. We don't talk as much about your life. We talk more about lessons on the Bible.
Like just learning about it.
Yeah, learning about your religion and why you believe in the faith.
I'll tell you this. I know
Yeah.
a lot of people who believe in it. Do you know the reason?
Why?
Their parents told them to.
I don't
that's
believe.
that's
I don't-
not. I'm not.
Yeah.
I said some people.
Yeah.
A lot. Some people. That's the only reason. It's hey man, it's just what I grew up doing. And then they were kind of discouraged from questioning it, and that's what caused them to believe.
Yeah, and we're in our youth group. We're called to question.
That's
Is it-
solid.
Yeah, the reason why. Okay, one thing that I love that our youth group does, we take a poll every first day of the semester, what Bible and what we want to learn about in that thing. And Caleb, our pastor,
Holy name drop.
sorry, he teaches us what we want to learn about, what our questions are. The paper that he gives us
Well,
is
that'd be pretty
literally
valuable to me.
literally says, what questions do you have about
Got
Christianity?
1,000.
But we'll definitely get on here someday with him. He'll probably share a couch with me.
That'll be the most fruitful episode for me. Hopefully.
He'll share a couch with me. He'll share a mic with me. He'll be right here next to me. Hopefully.
She'll be in the hot seat and I'll just be like interrogating.
Oh, no, he'll sit. No, you're right. He'll sit here and I'll be sitting over here talking like this. You'll barely hear me. I'll be like, yeah, tell him, Caleb.
You got him.
Yeah.
What a great answer.
I love all of this that's going on and I have nothing to say. I love all of it.
Hey, Caleb, if you're watching, come on, bro.
I highly doubt he is, I'm going to be completely honest
Yeah,
with
this deep end, there's 0 viewers.
Yeah.
Except for me in the future. Hi, me in the future.
Yo, what's up, Jackson, as you're editing this? Hey!
But yeah, we do need to get him on. We need to get some.
I have somebody lined up for worship, I think.
What's that got to do with this? Worship here?
Mhm.
What's that mean? He's going to talk about it?
She's going to talk about just like her
Women in church.
Morgan, I will throw this pen at you.
What are you talking about, bro?
She'll share her experiences.
That's crazy.
And like we'll talk about, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be. It's up to you.
Who is it? Give me.
I'm not going to tell you the name right now. I'll tell you later. She
What's she gonna do?
just talk.
Talk about worship.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just going
Teach
to talk
about
about
it?
worship. Yeah.
Okay.
Because she has some takes that I agree with that not everybody in our full overarching umbrella denomination believes in.
Protestant or even like
Just
Methodists.
Methodists.
Okay.
Because I will say, my church, I know my church isn't perfect. There are some people who don't like worship to be charismatic as much or as flamboyant.
That's me.
Yeah. They just want to like sit back and just listen to music.
I just want to sit down and listen to the guy talk. I'm not a worship fan.
You don't believe in worship at all?
I'm not a fan. I just kind of prefer hearing the teachings.
Do you not like listening to it?
Listening to it's fine. I just don't like standing up for 40 minutes and participating in it.
So
That may be a selfish
okay.
thing.
Ours isn't 40 minutes. Ours is maybe 10.
I can live with that. That is
We do 3 songs.
much more reasonable in my opinion.
Like today, we did Great Things, Rest on Us, and then we did Gratitude.
3 songs, 10 minutes, that's fine.
I would say it's around 10 minutes. It's like 10 to 12. Each song being about 4 minutes.
It's a lot better than 40. Crazy.
Like we don't... we get carried away in worship sometimes, but like not 40 minutes worth. Like we'll go... If we go over, it's like 15. Like we'll sit on... Like we did today. We'll sit on something.
No,
We'll
yeah,
just,
for
like,
sure.
Let the congregation... Because the congregation feels it.
The stuff I'm referring to is standing for 40 minutes. That's just not what I grew up with. So that's kind of where I'm like
that's how a lot of people are, and they're like, I don't feel comfortable raising my hands. Okay, you don't have to.
I'm definitely not a charismatic.
This is my take on it, and I love worship. I love leading it. I love helping with it. I love just worship in general. I do it by myself. The Bible calls us to dance like David. David danced
Baptists
with all
don't
of his
dance.
might. Huh?
There's a thing that Baptists don't dance or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Is it? I think it's, if it is a Baptist, it's Northern Baptist where we live.
Yeah. Anyway, that was just
Southern Baptist too, and I love it.
that was just a quick insertation.
I love some Southern Baptists. They're the churches that get fired up.
That sounds like something I would not like at all. I'm
Why?
more of a reserved
Okay.
person. I'm not like a
So you're more of an intellectual
For
preacher.
sure,
You like a
100%.
teacher instead